Have you spotted anything unusual about this print? If you've been to Kyoto's Kinkaku-ji, formerly Rokkuon-ji, you might notice something strange. There are people standing on the Golden Pavilion. That's something no one can do today, and in fact, this isn't even the same pavilion. This is Utagawa Hiroshige's Kinkaku-ji from 1834, depicting the original structure built by the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu in 1397. Look closer. The original pavilion wasn't entirely golden, though many believed it was. Only the top floor, called Kukkyōchō, was partially gilded both inside and out, enshrining a Buddha's relic beneath its shining phoenix. For Yoshimitsu, that gold proclaimed supreme power and divine legitimacy. For Zen, it symbolized purity, the clear, awakened mind beyond illusion. The second floor, Chōondō, had a wooden exterior with black lacquered walls inside, where a seated Kannon was enshrined. The first floor, Hōsui-in, was the simplest, plain wood, housing statues of Shakyamuni Buddha and Yoshimitsu himself. Together, these three floors embodied beauty as discipline, ascending from the human to the spiritual, and finally to the enlightened realm. Its brilliance was never for luxury, but to mark transcendence. The pavilion stood in peace until 3 a.m. on the 2nd of July 1950, when a 21-year-old monk carried flammable materials into the first floor and set it ablaze. Firefighters arrived quickly, but the pavilion's remote location and wooden structure made it impossible to save. By 3:50 a.m., almost everything had vanished. That night, Japan lost 6 cultural treasures, including 2 national ones. The monk, later found after a failed suicide attempt, never fully revealed his motive. Some said despair, others obsession. Diagnosed with a personality disorder, he remained in custody until 1955 and died of lung disease the following year. Reconstruction began soon after, between 1952 and 1955, strictly following the original construction methods. The pavilion, fortunately, had been fully dismantled for repair between 1904 and 1906, leaving behind detailed blueprints that guided its revival. Yet one thing changed. This time, both upper floors were fully gilded, a vision shaped as much by myth and the rise of tourism as by memory. A later restoration in 1987 renewed that brilliance with nearly 200,000 sheets of gold leaf, and since then, the pavilion has remained closed to visitors. Now, as we look at it from across the pond, we see a faith that is both fragile and enduring. Strong enough to survive 4 centuries, yet fragile enough to vanish in 50 minutes. Or perhaps it was time itself inviting the pavilion into a new era, to rise again, brighter, and become a symbol of Kyoto, even of Japan. What do you see when you look at it today?